Hi BookTube! My name is Sarah and welcome to The Bookish Knitter. Today I'm coming to you with a video I had not planned on doing, but like all good things in life, I was coerced by Steve Donahue into doing this. Him and I have been chatting, and I've mentioned on this channel before, a lot of you have actually pointed out to me that Kobo was releasing a brand new e-reader. And, you know, like, oh, hey, because you guys know I'm the queen of the e-reader. And if a new one's out and it's got an extra button, I have to get it. I had been talking with Steve, you know, over the last few weeks via email with a few things. And he sent me an email last night. He's like, hey, what do you think of the new device? And are you going to do a review video? So I thought, you know what? Let's sit down and do a very quick first impressions video. I've had this less than 24 hours. And, side note for my vlog coming this weekend, yesterday I did not get a lot of reading done, so that's unfortunate. But I still want to talk to you guys very quickly about first impressions, my thoughts on it, is it worth the money, and things like that. So this is all my opinion. This is not a tech channel. If you are looking for tech aspects to these devices, this is not the video for you. This is literally from a avid reader and an avid e-book reader, my thoughts on the new Kobo Clara 2e, which I have the box right here. So there it is. My husband went over yesterday while I was working and he bought it at the store for me. I was going to order it on Chapters Indigo. So Kobo, to my understanding, is a Canadian company. Like this is Canada's version of Kindle in a way. And those of you who are here in Canada know that if you want to read via Libby or Overdrive on a e-ink e-reader, you need a Kobo. You can't do it through Kindle. In the US, my US friends, I don't know if it's the same overseas, let me know in the comments below, viewers, that if you borrow a book from Libby or Overdrive, it can go to your Kindle. We don't have that option here. It would go to the Kobo. That's what they're set up for. So essentially, I use my Kobo for two different types of books. My books from the library, ebooks from the library, as well as anything I get from NetGalley. I know that there's the button on NetGalley to download to your Kindle, like the Send to Kindle feature. I think they've changed it to EPUB now. I'm not absolutely certain. Again, this is not for tech aspects. I know what works for me, and as long as I know what works for me, I can't explain it for anyone else. I am sorry. I'm not IT. Anyway, so I actually download the books and then I sideload them, as they call it, into the Kobo. So I actually hook my Kobo up to my laptop and drag and drop files directly onto the device. And so I use my Kobo for reading ebooks from the library, as well as reading my e-arcs from NetGalley. I do own books on it, about 100 books, I guess, I own on the Kobo. But generally, those are the two things that I use it for. If the book's on sale, 99% of the time, if a book is on sale on Kobo, it is also on sale on Kindle, or vice versa. It's rare for it to be on sale in one place and not in another, and you guys know I tend not to pay full price for my ebooks, so because some of them are ludicrously expensive. So I don't have a lot of books on my Kobo. I tend to venture more towards my Kindle if I am buying ebooks. Again, this device is primarily for two functions, library and e-arcs. So I do still have the old one. This will be swinging its way to Boston, to Hyde Cottage, to Steve, because I asked him if he wanted it and he said yes. So he's always on the lookout for people's tech. So I have already reset it to factory settings. So unfortunately, there's not too much I can show you on the old one. What I can tell you is that in terms of the way the device looks, it's complete, like you couldn't tell me one from the other. This is the new one. This is the old one. It's got to load up because I had it completely powered off. And I do still have it in the case. This actually, I think it fits. I haven't tried it. I think it fits this case, but because of one of the buttons, which I'm going to show you guys in a minute, it actually no longer works. So like I can't use this case. So I'm sending Steve the case as well because I've got no use for it. So I'm not going to set it up, but that's the old device you can see. I mean, it's a good little device. This is the original Kobo Clara. I think it's on sale right now. If you're interested, it's like $112. This is in Canadian dollars, about $112, I think is what it's on sale for. So, if you wanted to, the welcome to Kobo, set it up via Wi-Fi, all that good stuff. And yeah, I mean, I like this. It's a great little device. However, there was a new one out and I had to get it. So at first when I popped it out of the case and I'm looking at it compared to the old one, and I'm kind of like, did I just waste $160? Because it was $159, I think, plus tax. Again, Canadian dollars. And I'm like, did I just, but I think it's definitely an upgrade, guys. It's definitely an upgrade. If you have had the original Clara and you've had it for a while, the one thing I noticed is that there was occasions where this would freeze. So it would like literally, so the great thing about, and Kindle does this too, but Kobo did it first, is that when the device is off, your last book that you were reading is displayed on the screen, which I like very, very much. It makes me very, very happy to see that. But what would happen is that it would be on that screen and I would go to turn the device on and it would freeze. And I would literally, and you couldn't, like you know, you hold like the power button for like, and you count to 10 or 15 or 20 or whatever, and it would reset it. It would like restart the device. It wasn't even doing that. I had to plug it in physically, like to charge it to get that to happen. So I don't know if this was the device. So Steve, if you're watching this, that's what you need to do. If that's the case, just plug the device in and it starts working again. The battery power is great on it. It does lag like now that I'm noticing the new device to the old device, there is a slight lag in this one in terms of, going from one thing to another, like opening a book, there's a slight lag, whereas there is not with this one. I mean, this one flies. I'm also noticing, let me turn it on, that the screen, I mean, they're pretty similar, but I don't know. Maybe it's, you guys are not gonna be able to see that. I find it's a little bit sharper. Let me open it to the actual books page. I find the screen to be actually a little bit sharper than the old one. You're not going to be able to see that very well, you guys. I'm sorry. I don't want to change the brightness because I got the settings perfectly. I mean, they're not a huge difference. Like, you can clearly see that they're the same. But I believe that this actually has, the new one has, so here's just some of the specs on the back. 6-inch HDE ink, 1200, whatever that means. Oh, yeah. Comfort Light Pro. That's the other thing. It's got the Comfort Light for nighttime. I did not read last night in bed with the lights off, so I can't tell you guys what it was like. But I've heard from, I've seen other reviews and people said it's really great. I don't tend to do a lot of reading with the lights off in my room because if the lights go off, it's time for sleep. I know a lot of people will turn their lights off and then read for like another hour or two. I'm not that person. I literally can't even really read in bed because bed is for sleep. I have to be sitting like up. I know a lot of people like will read like laying down. Like that's not me. Not me at all. I'm like, if I'm laying down, it's sleep. So yeah, I'm really, really happy with it. So the biggest difference between the two, like I mentioned, it wouldn't fit in this case. So the old Clara, the power button is down here. Okay? So it's down at the bottom. Power it off, power it on. I actually have to turn it off now. Yeah, there we go. Power it off. So, yeah. But the on and off button for the new one is on the back. I kind of really like that. Now, if you guys could see how quick that was. So I pressed the button on the back and bingo. We're right there. Like, it was like instantaneous. And then opening a book, I just tap on it and there we go. It's great. You can change the font size. You can change, everything that you could do on an e-reader before. The other thing is, and now I haven't tested this yet, and I don't know if I will be at any time in the future, but I do own some audiobooks via Kobo. You can listen to audiobooks. You can't do text-to-speech. It's not text-to-speech. But if you own audiobooks on Kobo, there is a way to listen to them. I don't know how to do that. Again, maybe check out somebody else's channel, a tech review channel, to see, I'm just kind of looking in settings here. So I guess what you would do is hook up the Bluetooth. Yeah, okay. So you could turn on the Bluetooth, and then, I have Bluetooth headphones. And then you could do that and listen to an audiobook on this device, if you so desire to. If I'm listening to audio, which has been very rare as of late, I'm doing so on my phone because it's just easier. It's already set up. It's already downloaded. That's not a feature for me. it might be for you. So just so you're aware. But yeah, at the end of the day, the question is was it worth the money? As an avid e-ink reader, like a Kobo and of course my Kindle Paperwhite, in my opinion, you don't need the fancy devices. You don't need the Libra, like for example from Kobo. You don't need the Libra. You don't need, the what's the one for Kobo that I had, or Kindle that I had bought? Was it the Eclipse? Not the Eclipse. The Oasis, the Kobo Oasis. You didn't necessarily need that book. Like, you didn't, in my opinion, you didn't need that big, fancy $400 e-reader. The great thing is that if you are just a reader, if you are just someone who wants to read your gosh darn books, Kindle Paperwhite, all day long, 100%. I love my Paperwhite, pry it out of my cold dead hands. And I will have to say, if you're gonna get a Clara, spend a bit of extra money and upgrade to the newer one, because it's just faster. It's got like the nighttime display thing, if that's a thing for you. If you are an audiobook listener, it's always better to upgrade because they have upgraded software. They have upgraded all kinds of things. And the other thing is too, is that I saw online that it said that these were in like blue, like you get them in the color blue. So my husband goes to pick it up and he's like, yeah, can we get one in blue? And the girl's like, it doesn't come in blue. And Garrett's like, okay, whatever. I'll just get it in black. Because I said to him, I'm not going to fight it. If it's only in black, that's all that they have. But we saw online that it was blue, and it is. So the front is black. The back is blue. Isn't that cool? Because I think that this is like recycled plastic or something like that. I really like that. It sits nicely in the palm of your hand. I love the fact that the on button is on the back, because when I'm reading, I'm sitting it like this. Again, I don't have the case for it, and I actually did have this back in the case, but I popped it back out because I just prefer reading it caseless. I did have the pop sockets on the back of both of, like on my old Kobo, as well as you can see it where it was on the back of my Kindle. I took them off because it was starting to like actually hurt my hands. I thought it was a great idea in theory, but it's not for me. But the fact that I sit it like this and my one finger tends to sit like, and then I swipe with my thumb, right, when I'm reading, that the fact that that on button is not on the bottom, I'm not accidentally hitting it. It's on the back, which is fantastic. Now on the Kindle, it's on the bottom, but it's over here. It's on this side. So again, if I'm holding it in my hand, this is a slightly bigger screen. I'm nowhere near that on button, which is great. I do wish it was on the back though, because that makes a lot more sense. So anyway, guys, I'm rambling about random stuff. If you guys have any questions, please do let me know in the comment section below. Again, I've gone back to using my book sleeves just for the sole fact that it's easy to keep the e-readers in them. I love it. But great money. I mean, I had the money, I had saved the money, and I had a little bonus from work, so I decided to use it for that and treat myself. And I'm really happy that I did. I am really, really happy with it. Not that I'm not dissatisfied with this one. I was using this one up until yesterday morning or yesterday afternoon when my husband brought the new one home for me. So this is a great little device too. If you guys want to go ahead and get the older Clara, you're not going to be disappointed in it either. Again, you don't need the Eclipse. I think Eclipse is the most expensive one from Kobo. It's one that you can like write on and you can take notes. And again, for your average reader, I don't think that's needed. Same with the Oasis. The Oasis, the bigger the device, the more powerful the device, the quicker you're going to run out of battery. And that's the great thing about these. You know what I mean? Like, I charged my Kobo like 2 weeks ago. I think it was down to 50%, and I charged it like 2 weeks ago. Now, I've been using it a little bit, but I'm pretty sure I'm at 89% battery on this thing. Like, this is what I think about, is that I could take this, either I could take both of these on vacation for a week, and I might need to charge it. I might. One of them. But you know what I mean? Like, if you forgot the charger at home, wouldn't be that big a deal, because the battery's going to last. The bigger the device, the more powerful the device, the quicker your battery's going to go. And again, if you are an avid reader, someone who reads a ton, that is a big selling point, is how long does the battery last. So anyway, that's that. The Kobo Clara, I give it 2 thumbs up. Either the new one or the old one, but this was kind of my first impressions. Maybe I'll come back and revisit this in another couple weeks or another month or so and talk about my thoughts on it, going forward. But yeah, this is, again, swinging its way to Boston, Steve. I'll try and get it in the mail later this week. But yeah, anyway, guys, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Again, if you have any questions, I will do my very best to answer them. Just post them in the comment section below. And until my next video, everybody, take care and happy reading. Thank you all so much for watching. Bye, guys.